What up, good people? It's your boy BTG, aka Bust Them Guns, back at you with another one. I tell you, we're going to get out to the range and get some rounds through that Girsan and that Romulus, run them side by side, see which one seems to come out on top. So we got that footage, had a good day at the range. Let's get a little housekeeping out of the way. This video is for educational purposes only. We are in a safe and controlled environment. We're not selling any firearms, nor are we selling any accessories. We're not promoting the sale of any firearms, nor are we promoting the sale of any accessories. So let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. If you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button. Like for you to come back and see us. If you're a returning viewer, you know I appreciate the support. Appreciate you being along for the ride, and we're going to keep this journey going. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we've got the Girsan 2311 Witness Match X. And we're running that alongside the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus. So this is what we're working with. Let's start with the Girsan. So I did unboxing on this, so we're going to try to do a quick recap as far as what we're working with for those that didn't see that. So this is our Girsan. This is the Witness 2311 Match X. And this bad boy has the chunk port on top. This is the 5-inch setup, so full size. And weapon is clear. Magazine is empty. Nothing in the weapon. So this is the new edition. There's another edition out there. There's a Match, which that's all steel version. This is the Match X. This has the aluminum frame, steel side, and then that's a polymer grip on this bad boy. Solid grip, but polymer, as well as the mag well. So that's what we're working with. This bad boy comes with a 20-round magazine, and it also comes with the 17. So packaging-wise, real nice case. So that's the case it comes in. Nice 2-layer case, double-decker, foam fill. So that's what we're working with. Got a deck down below for extra bags. And then the next item is the Romulus. So this is Alpha Foxtrot. Let's go ahead and clear it. Mag is empty. Weapon is clear. So this here is Alpha Foxtrot Romulus. This here is also 5-inch. This is comped, but this has the expansion chamber. So you've got 3 ports on there, but that's just venting that chamber. So that's what you're working with here. So it's pretty much on both 4 1/4 inch setup, but what's the comp on there, giving you the 4 or 5-inch. There's other versions of this as well. There's a compact, there's a full size, just straight frame, no comp. And then there's also a threaded version, threaded barrel version. So whatever your preference, I like this one here. So this is the setup here. This one also comes with 20-round magazine as well as 17. All Checkmate magazines. That's who's making most of the magazines for the 2011s, or quite a few of them. So this bad boy here is nice. DLC coating. It's got both the RMSC cut. So that's one negative on these bad boys. This has the EPS carry full size on there. So that's what we're rocking there. But same thing here grip wise. This one is all steel though, frame and slide. But the grip is also polymer. So, but both of them have decent grips. You know, magwell as well, polymer, but nice. So on the Girsan, I did grab a quick optic for this bad boy. So that's the Zulisi, and that is Z1G. And this bad boy was quick as I can get a hold of, but it's actually pretty decent. Nice style, especially for RMSC cut. Window, pretty decent size. So that's where we are. So we're not going to spend a lot of time in-house. We're going to jump out to the range because that's what you're here for. Started out just kind of doing some side-by-sides, running these bad boys, kind of get a feel for it. So let's take a look at the first shots and then we'll come back in. All right, we should be running. Yeah, we good. All right, so we're live. I did the range. As stated, we got that Girsan 2311 Match X. And we also rocking with that Romulus, Alpha Foxtrot. So let's run these bad boys. Let's see what it's looking like. First shots. Put cherry on. That should be good right there. Dead center, left target. The dot right. Let's turn that down. There we go. So with this Girsan. Dead center. It's a little low. Okay. Switch it right up. Rock with that Romulus. This side felt good. Nice and light. We're going to stay in the center with that Romulus. And we're going to switch to the right target. That's not on. There you go. Ooh, that feels good. Nice and soft. Let's hit that light moving. Take that off. Yeah, but it's not stable. I didn't even know about that. Going back to the left, match X. Yeah, take that light off.
Close, yeah.
Yeah. That needs a little adjusting, but I'll fix that. I'm feeling this Romulus is a little smoother. Both are nice, but the Romulus is running a little smoother. Back to the right. Yeah, this thing is it's running good and flat. So we're clear. All right. So, not sure how I came across on camera, but to the field, they both shoot nice. Both shoot fairly flat. The Romulus seems to shoot better. It definitely has a better trigger. Trigger is softer. The Girsan, you can feel the heaviness of that trigger, and you can feel it seems like just a little bit more snap. But between the two, considering the price difference, which is about $5 is the difference between the two of them. So it's preference as well as budget. So whatever works for you. Both are nice firearms. Both shot well. The Romulus, obviously the finish on that Romulus is nice, that DLC finish. But the Girsan match is holding its own. You know, it's a pretty smooth shoot. I'd say the trigger would be a negative. I did measure out. The trigger on that Girsan is about 5 pounds, whereas the Romulus is coming in sub 4. So that's your difference there. The Romulus is more about 3.5. So that's, and you can feel that when you shoot it. But both still run pretty nice. I think you'd be happy with both. But if I had to make a choice, I would lean towards the Romulus. But I still like them both. But that was first shots. No hiccups on the first round. So jump back out there. And for this next round, we did some double taps. So ran it a little bit quicker with the Romulus as well as the Girsan. And you can kind of see there a little bit more of the muzzle rise, if you want to call it that. But the big difference with the double taps is trigger control. That's where that heavier trigger comes in, because it affects the rhythm on those double taps. But let's take a look at the footage and we'll come back in. Double tap with the Romulus. It's automatic. Okay, we'll go here. Double tap that Girsan. Oh wow. Big difference in the trigger. Trigger on the Romulus is much nicer. Safety. Flinch is rough. Yeah. Romulus trigger, much smoother. Girsan is heavier, so the other taps are not as smooth, but still runs. Make sure we empty. All right. So obviously you can run them both quick. It's easier to run the Romulus just because that trigger is softer. But the Girsan, and I assume this will break in. I mean, it's not advertised as a light trigger, so it's you're getting what's presented. It's a nice trigger. It's just a little heavy. But I think as with any, it'll soften up as you run it, as you get it out. The more rounds you get through this bad boy. This is initial outing, so I mean, it is what it is. One big negative on this bad boy is the magazine release. The magazine release is it's hard as hell. You've really got to push that bad boy to get that mag to drop. And I don't know if that's something that's going to loosen up. As hard as it feels, I can't really see that loosening up. So that's something that definitely will need to be changed, which is fine. There's a lot of magazine releases out there. I like the ones that screwed and tapped so you can put the extended release on there. So that's not a big issue. That's just a note, just something to take note of. This bad boy, well, I didn't clean them. I didn't change the oil. It came with the shipping oil, and I don't know what kind of oil that was, but I think it's definitely not good once it heats up because this bad boy started gumming up, and you can kind of feel it in the slide, and that's what led to the stovepipes on here. Just when you're cycling it, you could feel the slowness of the slide as it gets close to coming back to in battery. So it would get almost to here, and you could just kind of feel the slowness. Now this comes with 115 spring and a 124 grain spring. So it came with the 115 in there, and that's what I ran at the range with. And that's what I had, 115 grain ammo. So the hiccups that we had on this, I don't think it was because of the spring. I think it was mainly because this bad boy just got dirty. It probably should have got a good cleaning and put some regular gun oil in there. I think that was just shipping oil. And that stuff got thick and gummy, and it was really kind of binding the slide. So I think that's what that was attributed to. But when I cleaned it just now, I did switch it to the 124 grain spring. It's a little heavier, but that's what I'm going to be running in here. So I wanted to go ahead and put it in there since I had it down. And we'll see how that goes. But out there, and for this next round, we kind of mixed it up. I brought the watchtower in, so ran that, as well as I ran the Rock Island. So this is the watchtower. I needed to shoot this because I need to zero this optic, and this is clear as well. So weapon is clear. So just put that optic on there and hadn't had it out. So this was the opportunity to zero that optic, make sure it was good. So I ran this, and I also, because I like to shoot the Rock Island whenever I'm out, this is the Pro Match. And this thing here is a tank. If you're familiar with Rock Island, you know these bad boys coming in about 3 pounds. And that weight holds them down. So this, no comp, nothing, just the weight of this bad boy makes it shoot extremely flat. So I ran this as well, ran some rounds through that. This is the 5-inch Pro Match. So that's the LPA sights, bull barrel. But this bad boy runs nice. So I ran these for that second round. And let's take a look at that footage, see how we come. And we'll come back in. Upper right. Girsan. Still. Lights. It's got some snap to it. Got a stovepipe there. So that's the first one. And this is 115 grain that we're running. So that's the first one. Let's go back to the target. Just a small. And that Watchtower. She's running. Safety on. Just because we can. Let's mix that one in there. So the heavyweight coming in about 3 pounds. Let's go bottom left corner for the two. This bad boy, the irons are dead on. So I say we're looking good. All right, so I think we did get one stovepipe in that run, but that was no biggie. Cleared that out, kept running. This bad boy is still running good. The more I shoot it, the more I can feel the difference. If you're not shooting them back to back, you probably wouldn't notice the difference. But having them both out there, then you see the difference between this and the Romulus. But once again, I don't think it's enough of a difference to favor one heavily over the other. You can have a preference between the two, but I don't think it would be a heavy favorite one or the other. It's going to come down to preference and what you really want. I think the Romulus is punching well above his weight for where it comes in at. That finish, that DLC finish, this bad boy wipes clean. It's not a hard cleanup. With that Girsan, that finish, that I'm not sure what finish that is, but it's kind of gritty, and it's just the slide feels smooth, but the finish itself is just something different. I'm not sure what the finish is, but this here, this I think is a diamond in the rough. This is a nice piece here, and it shoots well above where it's priced and where it's fitting into the game. So definitely one to watch. But the other thing that I saw in a lot of reviews is the ejection pattern. So took this bad boy, and this at the very end. I did run it because while I was shooting, I didn't really pay attention to the ejection pattern. So I don't really know where they were going. I know none was coming at me, but that was one of the things that I've seen in some reviews where the shells are coming straight back at the shooter. I didn't experience that, but I still wanted to take a look at the pattern. So at the very end, I ran just around through there, quick mag, just to see how that was. But we got some more footage. Ran these bad boys again. Let's check that out. Then we'll come back and we'll wrap it up. Okay. I'm running. Just make sure we're live. So we're back at it. We're going to take some slow shots where we can check that recoil. I think the Match X is just slightly snappier than the Romulus. But let's try it again here. Good right there? Yeah, we should be good. Another stovepipe. Match X. So This bad boy is getting a little dirty. It's not all the way in the back. This dot. Didn't. That's cool. This bad boy is getting dirty. This is still 115 grain. It's getting slides a little sticky, so I think that's a cleaning thing. Switch over there. Go to that Romulus. Romulus still running smooth. No hiccups at all so far. I think the Romulus is worth running beside that watchtower. So it's running pretty smooth. So, well, not as smooth as the watchtower, but it's nice and smooth. Watchtower is solid. So back with this match X, we're gonna finish this bad boy out. So let's go with the top target there on the left. There we go. And let's wrap this Romulus. We'll stay on the center up there. This dot is dead on. No lock. Clear. We might as well finish that watchtower off. I don't think there's many left in here. Let's go ahead and run it. So, we'll wrap it there. Alright. The last thing I'm going to do, I didn't think of it earlier, was just to run this and see what the action pattern was like. I didn't notice anything shooting it. It came back and hit me, but I wasn't really paying close attention. So, last one. I don't know if this will be called camera projection, but I'll watch it. And this bad boy is dirty, so it's actually been. Let's see if it'll run all the way through. Yeah, see, it's dirty and it's up. So it's gonna need a good cleaning. Let's go ahead and finish it out. Okay. Yeah, pattern is good. Pattern is good. So no complaints. So we'll wrap that out. All right, so that was a little more slow, steady. Just let you see where the bad boy is running, you know, give you a chance to look at the recoil. Accuracy wise, both are accurate. So there's no issue with accuracy. The Romulus, I didn't oil it up either, but different manufacturers ship their guns differently, different oil. This seemed to have regular gun oil in it. That Match X, I think that was definitely some kind of shipping oil because it was nice and gritty. It was pretty dirty. So I'd attribute that to that. I will get it out again. This bad boy is freshly clean. I got the 124 in there. We're going to be running 124 grain in there. But as far as a final word, I say it's up to the shooter. It just depends on what you like. The price point of the Match X is really good for what you get. No complaints there. But so is the Romulus. So whatever fits your budget. If I could get the Romulus, if price wasn't an issue, I would definitely go with the Romulus, because I think this is more, especially if this is maybe your first 2011 and you're stepping it up. This is a nice entry point. This bad boy here, this easily shoots like something that you'd spend 3 stacks on, easily. So I think this is a real nice piece. I think the Match X coming from Girsan is another solid release from them. So no complaints here. What you gonna do with it? I mean, you can do whatever you want with it. But these bad boys, the sky's the limit, especially nowadays. But trigger job, put a trigger in this bad boy, change the mag release, and I think you're in business. I think you're in business. Maybe put a lighter spring in there just to lighten the recoil up, but that's something that takes tuning. So mainly just to get it smooth and functioning, I'd say a nice lighter trigger and that mag release, and you're in business. I think that's about enough said on these bad boys. Hit me in the comments. Let me know if you had any specific questions. It was a good day at the range. Enjoyed shooting them both. Like shooting it beside the watchtower. Really gives you a feeling, because when you're shooting the Match X with the Romulus, you feel that difference. But then to shoot it next to the watchtower, then that sets another level, another standard. So it's amazing the nuance between the platforms, but you don't get that unless you're shooting them side by side and back to back. I don't think you get that feel. You don't notice that difference if it's different days out different times. But good day at the range. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. It's your boy BTG. Check me out on the other platforms at Bust Them Guns on Instagram, Facebook, as well as Rumble. So until next time, holla.